everyone. I'm going to do a quick install on the 813 replacement for the box that comes in the Gladiator. Essentially the box that lets you retain all the bolts from the doors, from the top, actually the bolts that hold down the cargo box, and then there are 4 bolts to hold that come from the windshield that you can put in here. So it's easy to take in and out. It's real easy to install the new plate. Just take out the inside styrofoam piece that's there. And what you're going to have is 2 10mm bolts that are holding this box in place and a white retainer clip that's in the center. You want to just remove these 2 10mm nuts. And then the box will still be held in by this center pin. All you need to do is pull it toward the driver's seat and it pops right out. Now what you're going to have are 3 posts, 6mm posts that are built into the body of the truck. We will not be using this one with any bolts. I will use these 2 to hold down the base plate. So what you want to do is take your base plate. The base plate's already got the rib nuts installed. These are stainless rib nuts since it is a Jeep and the top comes off. All the hardware is stainless steel, just in case. So I'm going to slide those down over the posts that are in there. Started out by lining it up center-wise in the slot here. Now I'll put the left bolt on, or nut, and then on the center one you might have to press down just a little bit because the carpet is pretty thick to get it started. But once you get it started, on this one you're not going to want to tighten that down much more than hand tight, because what's going to happen is if you tighten it down too much, it is 1/8 of an inch aluminum, but it will still bow it in a little bit, and if it bows in, these posts will not line up with the top plate very well. Now the nut on the left side, you can tighten that down some more once you get it into place of where you want it. Now one thing I do, once I did get it in there and the nuts are a little loose, I'll slide it back and forth a little bit just to try to get the alignment so that the top plate itself looks aligned once it's setting in there. So once you get those tightened down, all you need to do, now obviously you would already want to have your rocker switch installed, your air chucks. It does have 2 slots for air chucks to have dual air chucks. You get all that installed, get your wiring and your hoses and stuff set up before mounting this down. But then it's really just a matter of setting it on top. Now we do come with, it comes with all the hardware needed. It comes with 3 stainless screws that are a little bit longer. It does come with one that's a little shorter. Now this shorter one goes into this location, and what happens is that if it's got a longer screw, that stud that's built into the truck underneath there actually becomes a clearance issue, so that's why it's got the shorter screw for this corner. But all the rest of them, just pop them in, give them a quick tighten down. Just a quick tighten. Now these, I really don't recommend putting it in with a drill because it really doesn't need to be more than just slightly snugged down by hand. It's not retaining any weight or anything like that, and even with the 2 10mm nuts underneath there, it's pretty solid just by doing it by hand, so you're not really going to have to worry about it moving around. Now like I say, it does come with all the holes for the hardware on the truck. You got the holes in the back for the door, the holes here for the top, you got the holes for the windshield, and you got the 4 holes that hold these guys down. Now the 4 bolts that Jeep did not put in the original styrofoam are from the door stops right here in this location. So what I did was I put 4 more holes on the plate so that you can add those to the plate and retain them here so you don't lose them and you know exactly where they go. That's pretty much all it takes to install it. Again, it's texture black powder coat. It is 1/8 of an inch aluminum, so you're never gonna have to worry about it rusting or anything, even if something does get a little scratched, but being in this location, it's gonna be fine. That's pretty much it. Once you get all your stuff in there, pops down, don't even know it's there. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Shoot me something on Facebook or email me, 813design@ gmail.com.